Staff in the Jefferson County Clerk's Office and the Filson Historical Society, they are sifting through thousands of documents dating back to the era of enslavement. It's part of a new initiative to preserve long-held historical records and release them. Wave News reporter Kirsten Foote shares more.
Officials say documents like these will help fill a gap in many Louisvillian stories, and these documents have been sitting right under our nose for many years. In fact, they were discovered at the Louisville Mega Cavern and the Louisville Gardens, according to Jefferson County Clerk David Yates. He says he found out about them after taking office at the end of 2025. The clerk's office brought in the Filson Historical Society to help assess and inventory the tens of thousands of documents. Contents of the documents include things like deeds, marriage licenses, and wills. They may even uncover information and details about the slave trade at that time and even help identify enslaved peoples. The Filson Society says they face some unique challenges as they undertake this huge project, but it's one that has meaning.
This is absolutely something where we're going to bring in a number of project staff that are going to be working specifically on this. There's a lot to consider here, both doing the archival search, there's the physical preservation and making sure the original books are clean, are safe, are not moldy, are stored well, are bound well, and can be accessed.
As officials process these documents, they'll be added into a database that will soon be available to the public to view for themselves. That'll come out in phases, and officials hope that phase 1 could be as soon as the end of this year. Reporting in Louisville, Kirsten Foote, Wave News.